Hi, everybody, and welcome to TechAloft Update. I'm Peter Propp, and I'm here with my good buddy Jonathan Hartman. And Jonathan, we got to spend a lot of time together. Was it last week? It seems like a month ago at this point.
It does seem like a little while ago, but it was just last week at South by Southwest in Austin. Yeah,
We really took advantage of every possible South by experience, I think, and including some interesting late nights and fabulous restaurants.
absolutely. Look, South by is a great meeting place for just innovative, creative people, and I know I enjoyed it. It was my first time out there. It was also Lockheed's first time at the show, so we really enjoyed spending some time and meeting some really smart and interesting folks.
And the reason we were there was a program called HeloPitch that we have to take credit came fully formed out of the skull of Jonathan Hartman. So congrats on that.
Well, I'd say it was a real team effort from all of us at Lockheed, but yeah, it was a fantastic event. We being our first time at South by, we wanted to do something that was unique and different, and really just help us get that message out there of engagement. We want to engage with the entrepreneurial community. We want to engage with smart and innovative people. So HeloPitch for us was a way of kind of making a statement right out of the gate, and had a great time doing it.
And you and I are used to a fair amount of success with the Entrepreneurial Challenge in terms of being able to engage. But when you put the opportunity to get in a helicopter with VCs and pitch 1,000 feet over Austin, you can get some pretty outsized results. So how many people applied?
Sure. So, just to back it in, what HeloPitch was, like you mentioned, opportunity to pitch 1,000 feet above Austin to our managing director of Lockheed Martin Ventures, as well as some of his friends in the venture capital community. So the way we ran the competition is we had a first round application. We got 40 applicants to that in a really short fashion, a little over a week and a half. We invited companies then from that to come pitch us in our booth at South by. And we also invited, people on the floor to come and walk up if they thought they had something interesting to chat. So we had, dozens of folks we talked to there. We had a few walk-ups as well. And then we ended up giving 9 people the opportunity for no pun intended, kind of 20 minutes of clear air in a Sikorsky S-76D VIP helicopter with the venture capitalists in the back flying over Austin. And it was their opportunity to tell their story. And out of the 9, we had folks as young as a law student who was kind of a walk up to our booth with some really interesting technology. We had European companies represented. We had folks from kind of all the corners of the United States telling us about great technologies that all aligned to Lockheed Martin, and whether that was space, whether that was aerospace and defense, whether that was commercial products. A really wide range of companies came out and talked to us.
Yeah, it was really cool, and I think people are really starting to understand that you guys are interested in technology, period, and it's not just about your core categories. So you and I are sort of sitting on the upcoming 8th challenge topic questions. We've been sitting on them for a while. We're waiting to let the people know what we got out there. But that'll be the 8th Sikorsky challenge with a $25,000 prize, and more importantly, a chance to really engage with the team from Sikorsky and Lockheed. Um, what in your mind? What's the difference in opportunity between a HeloPitch and the Entrepreneurial Challenge?
Yeah, sure. So I'd say they're both very aligned to one another. HeloPitch was really about that next step of an elevator pitch. So tell me not only the next 30 seconds, but the next 20 minutes about your company. And it really was, targeted towards those companies that were looking for investment, whether it was from, Lockheed Martin Ventures directly or another venture capital firm. What the Entrepreneurial Challenge is really about is working directly with Sikorsky and folks from our Rotary and Mission Systems division, those experts who can help your technology get onto platforms. So it's about telling that story in a way that we hope creates that kind of value-add relationship between two companies that brings technology to fruition. So I would call it almost a aligned next step to what HeloPitch is.
Right. it's more opportunity to engage with the people who have the use case. So whereas HeloPitch, they were really good companies, but we gave them eight categories, maybe 10 categories to choose from, and so it was interesting for the VCs because they really had to be ready to think about any topic that came their way. With the entrepreneurial challenge, we've really started to hone the list down to 2 to 3 questions that actually support or could answer one of the needs of the engineering groups within Sikorsky and Lockheed.
You're absolutely right. The entrepreneurial challenge is about meeting needs now that we have, that our customers have, that we want to put on our products. And even the HeloPitch, some of the companies we heard from can solve some of those problems, and we're going to bring them into kind of that entrepreneurial challenge community as a result of that. But it's all about, I call it the chutes and ladders process of dealing with a big company like Lockheed. We have 3 or 4 different ways to work with us. One of those ways is investment. Another way is through direct partnering with a business area like Sikorsky.
Excellent. So and I think we started about 5 years ago with this program. HeloPitch is the next step, and I think what we've talked about is that there is a desire to do more open programs where you're out there giving people challenges, but also just being out there to talk with people in the commercial and government, defense, aerospace sort of communities, but doing it on a more regular basis.
Absolutely. I mean, this is all about creating that connection point between us and aligned companies that are interested in chatting with us that maybe didn't know the right way to come and approach us, or companies that haven't considered our products as a potential market, but we want to tell them that there are use cases and interest from us. So we're going to be heading out to a lot more conferences this year in person. I'm sure we'll talk about that kind of in future TechAloft updates. But you can come see us. You can come chat with us. It is about engagement, and we do want to come and talk with you.
Fantastic. Excellent, Jonathan. Well, I've sort of recovered from South by, so let's saddle up for the next trip and have some fun. Thanks to all of you for listening in, and we'll see you soon. Visit TechAloft.com, sign up for the newsletter, and you'll be the first to know about the next Sikorsky Entrepreneurial Challenge, which will be being announced any week now.
Absolutely. Thanks,
All
Peter.
right. Take care, Jonathan.